Okay, so guys, recently we have done Python full stack in Gopalan College, which is in Bangalore. So this is Python full stack with React actually here. Entire this course, or we can say the entire full stack development workshop is done for around 90 hours actually. So we will tell you like what are the steps that we have followed for making them into full stack developer. And one more thing that I want to tell you, the students who are participating in this workshop, they already have a good knowledge in terms of full stack development. Mainly they have good basics of programming in terms of front end and back end. Only thing is they may have don't have knowledge about how to connect which is this Python with the MySQL, or how to connect this React with the Python actually. This is what the students were stuck actually here. So initially we just started with the Python actually here. Even though the students has good knowledge in terms of programming, still we need to start from the from Python, core Python only. So we just started with the core Python for just first day. Second day itself we started go with the how to connect this Python with the MySQL, because the students already have a good knowledge in terms of MySQL already. So only thing is we should tell about which library we can use in order to connect the MySQL with the Python, and how we can able to execute the queries to the MySQL actually. So once we just started about connecting the MySQL with the Python, we just started implementing the Flask application, because as a full stack development, when we want to know the full stack development, we should know about how to create a server application. For all the programming language, there's a server side framework available. For Python also we have a lot of framework, which is Flask, which API. So there, like this, there's a lot of the Flask. And as usual, we all know whenever we want to create any Python based library application, we should install the library called pip actually. So pip is the library which is available in the Python itself, Python library actually here. So using this library, we can able to install the Flask application actually here. And one more thing, if you want to connect the MySQL, that is also we have just used this pip library to install the MySQL library in order to connect this Python with the MySQL actually. This is the first initial step that we have done with these things. And once we are done, we created a REST API. As we all know, REST API means the 4 basic HTTP methods, which is get, put, post and delete. So using these methods, we just initially created a simple static response, because first the student should know about how this REST API is working actually here. So once we have done, we just able to connect this APIs to our MySQL. Already the students have good knowledge about this API and all these things. So here we just tell them like how we can able to use this MySQL library in order to satisfy the HTTP methods. As we all know, get means to get the data from database, post means to insert the data, and delete means deleting the data, and put means it's updating the data. So we just tell them what type of query we can execute for each HTTP methods actually here. And apart from this, how we can able to get one data, because get means, as I mentioned, it is about getting all the data, but instead of getting all the data, sometimes we may need to get only one data actually here. So that is also we have done in this session actually here. So once we have done, as soon as we have completed this one, we need to move on to the React actually here, because as it is full stack development, it's not just only with the Python, we need to move on to the React actually here. So initially, and one more advantage is the students already good knowledge about the React actually here. So we just started directly into the Next.js actually. Again, I don't want to go into this React.js actually here. So we just move into the Next.js also. This Next.js is, as we all know, it is just a framework for the React actually here. So if we are going with the only React, we need to install all the dependencies like routing library, all the libraries. But when it comes to this Next.js, we don't want to install anything. We just install the Next.js framework by using the Node.js, and by using this library, we can able to write all of our codes, or we can say all of our framework by using the Next.js actually here. And in this Next.js, as we know, the path formation is, it should be with the page.js. This page.js is a common file name which has to be in the folder in order to satisfy the URL. For example, I want to satisfy the URL like localhost:3000/user means, then I should create a user folder. Inside that, I should mention the file name is page.js actually, or page.js or page.ts, depends on the framework that what you are using actually. So the same way we did it actually here. So initially students has to understand how this framework is working, because already they have good knowledge about the React, but still they should be able to understand this framework actually here. So as soon as they have completed this process, we created a Python REST API, and now I told them like how we can able to connect this REST API with our next.js actually here. So using the fetch method, we can able to call the API, as we all know, and from this API we can able to get the response and parsing the response and all these things, and how to populate the response in our page also, because just by getting the response it would be easy just by calling the fetch method. But once we get the response by using the map method only in React, we can able to paste the response, or we can able to show the response. So that is also we have done in this entire session. So I think once we have done the last 2 days, the students can able to do their project actually here. So it's like as I mentioned, it is about 30 students. So we split it around 6 groups. Each group consists of 5 people. So each team has developed their own project actually here. Initially I asked them what are the titles they want to do. Some of them gave like e-commerce application, library management, movie booking application, and one team is doing a blood group management, something like this. So like this, there are 6 groups divided as a 5 members team, and they all themselves did the project actually here. So once they have done the project, and as I mentioned, the project time is only 48 hours, or specifically I can say 2 days, which is 2 working days, which is 16 hours. So in the 16 hours, these 5 people have to do both Python application as well as the React application. As I mentioned to them, 2 people can work on the Python application, 2 people can work on the React application, and 1 people can just manage the task who are all doing and all these things, and he can able to support the database also. As I mentioned already to this team, so everyone understand their tasks, and some people work on the React application, some people work on the Python applications also, and finally they are all connected together to create a proper full stack application actually here. Okay, so this is how we have done our full stack application course for Gopalan College, which is in Bangalore, for React and Python.